why would somebody, I know there's maybe a lot of obvious reasons, probably because you get access to more lenders, one being super obvious, but why would somebody use a mortgage broker over just going straight to their bank? Like what are the advantages there?
Yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of advantages. One of the things that a lot of people, or the good thing to start with is that, you kind of don't know what you don't know. When you're starting out, getting your first property or looking into investment properties, there's still a lot of stuff that a lot of research you got to do for yourself and things that you got to work out for yourself and get a good understanding of. When you go with a broker, if the broker's doing a good job, they hold your hand through this whole process. So they're good at education. So, explaining everything that you're doing, why you're doing it, every step of the way, the risks, benefits, everything. Obviously, yeah, you get the big selection of lenders. So a broker who's been doing a lot of deals, over time, you get a good understanding of which lenders suit which type of borrowers, and you're able to sort of match them up together. So some banks like, self-employed, some prefer, companies trust, other things. Some won't even touch some of those structures at all. So you want to sort of make sure that you're actually putting the bank with the right person, or the right person with the right bank. And then in doing that, you've got the best chance of, getting the loan finalized, but also just putting the client in the best position to be able to keep growing their portfolio.
Yeah, awesome. I think you really pigeonhole yourself into one type of financing when going with your bank, right? And then you don't also get to choose like what is the best rate when you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So there have been times when I've heard of people going direct to their bank and getting some sort of benefit from it. Certain scenarios that can be beneficial, but generally speaking, I think a lot more loans are getting written with brokers now. I think the last lot of numbers came through that I think maybe there was a small decrease, but generally speaking, the trend is going up. More and more loans are getting written through brokers because there's such a large variety of lending products out there now. From traditional banks and, the majors, and then into non-banking and private funding as well. So there's a lot out there.
Was it, I think the MFAA, it was 70 to 80% is done through brokers now. Is that?
Yeah, I think it peaked at 70. I could be wrong. And then I think maybe it dropped back down to 68 or something like that, but there's still going back up. So
yeah, I always
it's a lot.
Yeah, well, you got a broader canvas to look into and assess your options, and banks have just got a few products which they'll obviously push, but it's kind of like investing in property, right? Why look in your backyard when you got the whole of Australia to look into?
Yeah, exactly. I think other countries like the United Kingdom, for example, I think they've got a much higher rate as well. I think closer to 90%. I could be wrong. Of their loans are written through brokers, so